What if everything you see outside is only a reflection of what's within you? What if the universe itself is reflecting you right now? Imagine galaxies spinning above, mirrored in the neurons inside your brain. Imagine your emotions quietly shaping the destiny you walk into. Imagine your thoughts sculpting the very fabric of the world around you. This is not fantasy. It's a secret whispered through temples and pyramids, a principle hidden in sacred scrolls and ancient architecture, a code so powerful that it survived centuries of silence and suppression. 6 words carry this mystery: as above, so below. They sound poetic, almost harmless, but they are far more dangerous. Mystics believe they hold the blueprint of creation itself. Alchemists risked persecution to protect this wisdom. Secret societies guarded it, fearing what would happen if everyone knew. Because if you understood it, your perception of life would never be the same. What happens in the heavens unfolds on earth. What lives in your spirit manifests in your reality. Everything outside you is a reflection of what's within you. And when you know this, you hold the power to rewrite your destiny. That's why some never wanted you to know it. Because with this truth, you are no longer a victim, you are a creator. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. In the next minutes, you'll uncover the hidden truth they tried to keep from you. If these hidden truths resonate with you, make sure to subscribe, activate the bell, and give this video a like so more seekers can find it. Share it with those ready to awaken, and stay until the end, because what comes next may change everything. Chapter 1, The Origin of the Principle. The mysterious figure of Hermes Trismegistus. In the twilight between myth and history emerges Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great. His name echoes across Egyptian temples, Greek philosophy, and Arabic manuscripts, always shrouded in mystery. Some say he was the fusion of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek Hermes, uniting wisdom with divine communication. Others claim he was a mortal sage who unlocked truths so powerful they transcended time itself. Whether man, god, or myth, Hermes became the voice of wisdom that refused to die. The birth of the Emerald Tablet. Among his treasures lies the most enigmatic artifact, the Emerald Tablet. This green stone, said to be indestructible, survived fire, flood, and centuries of concealment. Its surface bore inscriptions that glowed faintly, as if infused with celestial light. Legends say it was discovered in a hidden chamber, guarded by serpents and silence. For seekers, the tablet was not simply an object, it was a doorway to the divine. The eternal phrase. On this stone, one phrase shines above all others. That which is above is like that which is below, and that which is below is like that which is above. At first glance, it feels like simple poetry, elegant and harmless. But beneath its words hides a key so powerful it guided mystics, scientists, and philosophers for 2,000 years. A sentence that dares to declare heaven and earth as reflections of the same truth. To many, this was nothing less than the blueprint of creation itself. A code hidden in simplicity. The genius of this phrase lies in its paradox. It says everything while revealing almost nothing. To the ordinary mind, it is metaphor. To the awakened, it is a code that unlocks reality's hidden structure. It suggests that the stars above, the atoms within, and the thoughts in your mind are woven from one fabric. The principle does not divide heaven from earth, spirit from matter. It binds them together. This was Hermes' greatest gift, not a law to obey, but a key to perception itself. Foundations of Hermeticism. From this teaching blossomed Hermeticism, whispered in hidden schools and mystery traditions. It was never meant for the masses, but for those willing to peer beyond appearances. Hermetic philosophy declared that the microcosm of man reflects the macrocosm of the universe. It was less a religion than a lens, less a dogma than a compass for understanding reality. For centuries, this hidden current shaped the foundations of Western esotericism, philosophy, and even science. Alchemy, and the emerald secret alchemy too, was born from this emerald phrase. While the untrained eye saw alchemists stirring metals in dark rooms, the true work was never about gold in the furnace. It was about gold in the soul. Lead was ignorance, fire was discipline, and gold was enlightenment. The alchemist's lab was a mirror of his inner journey, where every shift within birthed a change without. To them, every crucible was a prayer, every transformation a map of the soul's ascent. The philosopher's compass. For philosophers, the phrase became a compass pointing toward the unseen. Plato hinted at it in his allegory of the cave, where shadows reflected higher realities. Pythagoras found it in the harmony of numbers, the music of the spheres resonating through earthly sound. Renaissance thinkers even mapped human anatomy to constellations, declaring that the body itself was a star map. As above, so below was not mystical nonsense, it was the logic of correspondence. The civilization's mirror. Ancient civilizations lived by this law long before it was carved in emerald stone. Egyptians aligned their pyramids to Orion's belt, embedding heaven's design in Earth's foundation. The Vedic sages of India declared that Atman, the inner self, and Brahman, the cosmic whole, were one. The Mayans built temples that echoed celestial cycles, uniting human life with the movement of the stars. To them, the universe was alive, pulsing in every heartbeat and mirrored in every ritual. The forbidden knowledge. But such a truth was dangerous. If man could reflect the cosmos, then man could also shape it. The phrase implied that kings, priests, and empires did not hold exclusive power. Every individual did. To reveal this was to threaten authority itself, unraveling the chains of ignorance. And so, the principle was hidden, veiled in allegory, encrypted in symbols, and shared only in secret. Knowledge this liberating had to be protected, for in the wrong hands it could build, but also destroy. The survival through centuries. Still, the principle endured, passed like a hidden flame through generations. When the Library of Alexandria burned, fragments survived in Arabic translations. Medieval scholars rediscovered it, weaving it into alchemy, mysticism, and medicine. Secret societies carried it into the Renaissance, embedding it in cathedrals, manuscripts, and art. Despite censorship, wars, and attempts to erase it, the emerald phrase outlived its enemies. The key of reflection. At its core, as above, so below, was not just an idea but a mirror. Look to the stars, and you find the pattern of atoms. Look within yourself, and you find the structure of the cosmos. The same laws govern galaxies and thoughts, planets and people, spirit and flesh. To ignore this is to live blind, to embrace it is to awaken. Reality is reflection, and you are both the mirror and what is mirrored. The inseparable bond. This is why ancient civilizations believed man and cosmos were inseparable. They did not worship stars as distant gods. They recognized themselves within them. They saw that blood mirrored rivers, lungs mirrored trees, and heartbeats echoed celestial rhythms. Hermes' phrase was revelation, a reminder that the universe lives through us, and we through it. The above and the below are not divided. They are one, eternally. Chapter 2, Reflections Through the Ages. The Vedic Vision of Unity. In the ancient texts of India, the Vedas and Upanishads whispered of a truth older than memory. They spoke of Brahman, the infinite cosmic reality, and Atman, the inner self dwelling in each of us. To the sages, these were not two forces but one essence wearing different masks. The famous phrase Tattvam Asi, you are that, declared that man and cosmos are inseparable. In every meditation, the Vedic seers saw the stars reflected inside their own souls, the mirror of the self. The Indian mystics insisted that the universe was not out there to be conquered or measured. It was within, mirrored in the consciousness of every being. To know oneself was to know the universe. To awaken within was to awaken to the whole. The principle as above, so below lived at the heart of their spirituality, and it still beats today in yoga, in mantras, and in the silence of meditation. Plato and the shadows of reality. In Greece, centuries later, Plato unveiled the allegory of the cave. He spoke of men chained in darkness, seeing only shadows cast on a wall. Those shadows, he warned, were illusions, the below, while true reality shone above, in the world of ideas. Just as the stars guided sailors, ideas guided the soul toward truth. Plato's allegory was not just philosophy, it was a coded echo of Hermes' phrase, the world of ideas. For Plato, the material world was nothing more than a pale reflection, the perfect circle, the just act, the essence of beauty. These existed in the higher realm, untouched and eternal. What we see around us are broken mirrors, fragments of that perfection. Thus, what is above molds what is below, giving form to matter and meaning to life. To ignore the world of ideas was, in his eyes, to remain chained in illusion. Pythagoras and the music of the spheres. Before Plato, Pythagoras had already discovered harmony hidden in numbers. He believed that mathematics was the language of the gods, a bridge between heaven and earth. To him, the stars above were not silent. They sang, vibrating in cosmic symphonies. This music of the spheres resonated through nature, through the body, and through the soul. In every number, Pythagoras saw correspondence, proof that reality itself was music, the tree of life. In Jewish mysticism, the Kabbalah gave us the tree of life, a diagram as mysterious as it is beautiful. 10 spheres connected by 22 paths, mapping the descent of divine energy into the material world. Each sephira mirrored an aspect of existence, from the infinite above to the human below. It was both a cosmic map and a guide to the inner soul. To walk the tree was to travel between heaven and earth, the ladder between worlds. The tree of life taught that the divine was not separate, but filtered through layers of reality. Angels, symbols, and forces descended through its branches, taking form in our world. Yet the same path worked in reverse. A soul could climb upward through knowledge and purity. As above, so below, as below, so above, the two realms feeding into one another. The tree was not just mystical, it was the architecture of existence itself. Nature as the first scripture beyond texts and diagrams, the principle was written in nature itself. The spiral of a galaxy mirrors the spiral of a seashell. The branching of trees resembles the branching of rivers, lightning, and even veins in the human body. Fractals, sacred geometry, the golden ratio, all repeating, echoing the same divine signature. Nature was the silent teacher, reminding man of the law of correspondence with every sunrise. The sacred geometry. The ancients revered geometry not as math, but as revelation. The circle, the square, the triangle, all became symbols of divine order. The golden ratio hidden in flowers, temples, and galaxies was proof that the same design ruled all scales of life. Da Vinci, centuries later, would sketch man inside a circle and square, the Vitruvian Man. A single drawing that declared, man is the cosmos, measured and divine. Reflections across cultures. Everywhere the pattern emerged, the Chinese spoke of heaven, earth, and man as the three harmonies. The Mayans aligned their temples with celestial cycles, marrying time to stone. The Egyptians built monuments as mirrors of Orion, embedding stars into desert sand. Whether in east or west, jungle or desert, all civilizations whispered the same truth. The universe was not separate. It was reflected in them. The hidden continuity. This continuity suggests something more than coincidence. How could cultures divided by oceans and centuries converge on the same vision? Because the principle is not cultural, it is universal. It is written in the stars, the earth, and the human heart. And so even when words were lost, the pattern endured, silently guiding humanity toward remembrance. The eternal reflection. From India's mantras to Plato's cave, from the Kabbalah's tree to the golden spiral in seashells, one law persists. The above and the below dance as mirrors, inseparable, undeniable. Civilizations rose and fell, but the reflection remained, carved into stone, sky, and soul. The ancients knew that the universe was not outside us, it was within us, and the phrase, "as above, so below," became humanity's most ancient mirror. Chapter 3, Science Meets Mysticism, the bridge between two worlds. For centuries, mysticism and science were seen as enemies, one speaking of faith, the other of facts. Yet in the last 100 years, discoveries in physics, biology, and neuroscience have begun to echo ancient truths. Suddenly, the mystical phrase, "as above, so below," finds new life in the language of laboratories. What was once dismissed as superstition now resonates in scientific journals. The bridge is real, and it is closing the gap between spirit and matter. The universe in the mind. Modern neuroscience reveals that our perception is not a mirror of reality, it is reality itself. The brain does not simply record the world outside, it constructs it, shaping what we see, hear, and feel. This aligns perfectly with the Hermetic teaching. The outer world reflects the inner mind. Thoughts become patterns, and patterns become the fabric of our daily experience. Science, unknowingly, confirms the oldest spiritual law: neuroplasticity and the inner cosmos. The discovery of neuroplasticity proved that the brain is not fixed, but constantly reshaping itself. Each thought, each emotion, each repetition creates new neural pathways, carving destiny into biology. As the stars above shift in their patterns, so too does the brain below. The Hermetic axiom is alive in the folds of grey matter. Change your mind, and you literally change your world. The observer effect. In quantum physics, scientists stumbled upon a revelation both shocking and familiar. Particles behave differently when observed, as if the act of awareness reshapes matter itself. The universe responds not just to forces, but to consciousness. The ancients had whispered the same truth: what you hold within is mirrored without. The lab confirmed what temples had always taught, that reality bends to the gaze of the observer. Entanglement and unity. Quantum entanglement revealed that two particles, separated by galaxies, can act as one. A shift in one instantly reflects in the other, regardless of distance. This invisible thread of connection is the scientific echo of "as above, so below." What happens in one place reverberates everywhere. We are not isolated islands of matter, but parts of a single cosmic fabric, vibrating together across time and space. Vibrations and frequency. Ancient mystics spoke of vibration as the pulse of creation, and now physics agrees. Everything from stars to atoms resonates at specific frequencies. Emotions, too, produce measurable vibrations that influence the body and the environment. Gratitude uplifts, fear contracts, love expands, and instruments can record these changes. The universe hums, and every thought is a note in the grand symphony. The body as a universe. Traditional Chinese medicine always claimed the body is a miniature cosmos, with organs corresponding to planets and emotions. Now, biology confirms that the body is fractal, repeating patterns found in the stars, rivers, and galaxies. Neurons resemble constellations, lungs resemble trees, blood vessels echo branching lightning. Inside us lies the same architecture that shapes the skies. As above, so below, written in flesh and bone. The map of the brain and the cosmos. Neuroscientists once compared a map of the human brain to a map of the universe. The similarity was staggering. Clusters of galaxies mirrored clusters of neurons, connected by filaments of light and energy. The microcosm and macrocosm were revealed in living diagrams. This was not coincidence but correspondence. The universe and the mind are made in the same image, endlessly reflecting one another. The science of emotions. Psychology and biology confirm what monks and mystics always practiced. Emotions alter reality. Stress corrodes cells. Gratitude heals them. Love strengthens the immune system. The inner state projects outward, changing how we interact with the world and how the world interacts with us. As above, so below is not just philosophy, it is biology. Your body listens to your spirit and responds accordingly. Astrology and archetypes. Skeptics dismiss astrology as superstition, but science admits something profound. Cycles above do influence cycles below. The moon affects tides and hormones. Planetary alignments mirror archetypes in psychology. Jung himself spoke of synchronicity, where outer events reflect inner states. The planets may not dictate fate, but they symbolize forces alive within us. As above, so below, cosmos and psyche intertwined. The fusion of language. What once was cloaked in mystical poetry is now spoken in data and equations. Where Hermes wrote of mirrors, science writes of fractals. Where sages spoke of vibration, physicists write of frequency. Yet the essence is unchanged. The universe is correspondence. Different words, same truth. The law endures across temples and laboratories, carrying humanity closer to understanding its role as both observer and creator. The awakening of a new era. Science and mysticism are no longer strangers. They are partners, unveiling the same mystery. One speaks through numbers, the other through symbols, but both point to the same cosmic law. As above, so below is no longer hidden. It is re-emerging as the common language of awakening. The question is no longer whether it is true, but how we choose to live knowing it. The age of separation is ending, and the age of reflection is beginning. Chapter 4. Applying the Law of Correspondence. From knowledge to practice. It's one thing to admire the emerald tablet, but it's another to truly live by it. The phrase, as above, so below, is not meant to be a theory, but a living law that you must apply every day. It's not enough to simply understand this principle. You must embody it. To ignore it is to drift through life unconsciously, while using it consciously transforms your entire reality. Now, the time has come to bring this ancient knowledge into your present actions. Morning as the first mirror. The first moments of the day are sacred, shaping everything that follows. What you think and feel upon waking sends out vibrations that affect your entire day. If you wake up with gratitude, the universe will mirror that abundance throughout your day. If you wake up in fear, the world will reflect that fear back to you. Just as the sun rises above, let your inner light rise to shape your day below. The morning is the first mirror that reflects your inner state. The ritual of gratitude. Gratitude is the highest vibration of abundance, and it's something you can cultivate every day. Every morning, take a moment to write down 3 things you are grateful for. This simple ritual reprograms your mind to focus on what is already good in your life. When you practice gratitude, the universe mirrors that abundance and brings more of it into your world. As above, so below. Gratitude above attracts blessings below. Visualization as creation. Hermes taught that all things are first created in the mind before they manifest in the world. Modern science confirms that visualizing your desires rewires your brain, preparing it to make them real. Imagine yourself already living the life you desire and feel it deeply as if it's already happening. The universe responds to the energy behind your thoughts and emotions. What is created above in your mind becomes your reality below in the world. The power of emotion. Thoughts are blueprints, but it is emotion that fuels them, turning them into reality. Fear contracts your reality, but gratitude and love expand it. The energy you radiate creates the circumstances that will reflect back to you. Throughout the day, check in with your emotions. Ask yourself, what am I radiating right now? What you feel inside will always be mirrored outside. Emotions are the energy that moves the universe, both within and around you. Pauses of consciousness. Throughout the day, it's essential to take brief pauses to check your inner state. Stop, breathe deeply, and observe where your mind and heart are. If you find yourself in a negative emotional state, gently shift it toward calm or positivity. These short moments of awareness are powerful tools to realign your inner vibration. Just as the stars guide sailors above, these pauses guide your course below in life. Awareness is your greatest tool for creating your reality. Acting in alignment. The law of correspondence requires that your thoughts, feelings, and actions align. Thinking about abundance while acting in scarcity creates contradictions that the universe mirrors back. To live the law, you must align all aspects of yourself. Walk, speak, and choose as though your desires are already real. The universe has no choice but to mirror your alignment. What you choose to act on will be reflected back in your life. The mirror of relationships. Every relationship in your life is a reflection of your inner world. The kindness you give will come back to you. The judgment you project will return as judgment. Relationships are a mirror that reflects back the energy you give to others. Instead of blaming others for how they treat you, ask yourself, what is this showing me about myself? The law of correspondence is alive in every interaction, every exchange. As above, so below. How you treat others is how you'll be treated. The practice of the evening. Just as your morning sets the tone for the day, your evening sets the tone for your dreams and subconscious. The last thoughts you hold before sleep shape your night and influence your tomorrow. Fall asleep with worry, and your dreams will mirror that fear. Fall asleep with vision and gratitude, and your dreams will mirror that peace. The evening is a sacred time for reflection and intention, a final alignment with the law of correspondence. The sacred triad of practice. The practice of thought, emotion, and action is the key to applying as above, so below. Align your mind with clarity, your heart with gratitude, and your actions with integrity. These three pillars form the sacred triad that transforms the principle into a lived experience. When thought, emotion, and action are in harmony, you begin to experience the full power of this universal law. The mirror of the universe reflects your inner state in perfect alignment, becoming a living ritual. At some point, the practice stops feeling like practice. It becomes who you are. Gratitude becomes second nature, vision becomes effortless, and alignment becomes a part of your daily being. You stop forcing the law to work and begin flowing with it naturally, like a river that follows the pull of gravity. Everything you do becomes a ritual of creation, and every moment is a reflection of your highest self. You no longer seek miracles, you become the miracle. The choice of transformation. The law of correspondence is always active, whether we are aware of it or not. Each day, you are creating your reality through thought, feeling, and action. The question is not whether it works, it always does. The question is whether you will use it consciously or unconsciously. The universe mirrors your inner state, and now you know. What you choose to be inside will be reflected back to you without fail. Chapter 5. You are the cosmic mirror. The awakening of the mirror. For centuries, humanity has looked outward for answers, searching the stars, the gods, the unknown. But what if the most profound truth is not out there, but within? You are the mirror in which the universe reflects itself. The key to the cosmos has always been inside you, waiting to be discovered. It's time to stop looking outside and begin seeing within, for the universe is already alive in your heart. The power of self-awareness. Awakening to this truth begins with self-awareness. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take creates a ripple in the universe. When you become conscious of your inner world, you realize you are the architect of your reality. You no longer live as a passive observer, but as an active creator, shaping your life with every choice you make. The mirror reflects what you choose to believe about yourself, the reflection of identity. The way you see yourself is how the world will see you. If you see yourself as powerful, the universe reflects that power. If you see yourself as small or weak, that is what the world mirrors. Your identity is the filter through which the universe projects its reality. As above, so below, your self-perception shapes the reflection you receive from the world. Change your identity, and you change your world. The inner universe. The universe does not exist separately from you. It exists within you. The patterns of the stars echo in your mind, and the cycles of the moon mirror the rhythms of your body. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a living representation of the cosmic order. The truth of as above, so below is embodied in your very being, as all of existence flows through you. You are not apart from the universe. You are the universe. The creative power within. What if you realized you had the ability to create your reality at will? The ancient wisdom tells us that the universe responds to our inner state. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you begin to radiate the frequency of what you desire. The universe cannot help but reflect your vibration. You are the creator, and your inner world is the canvas upon which reality is painted. The law of attraction and reflection. You may have heard of the law of attraction, but it is much deeper than simply asking the universe for what you want. It is a process of becoming a vibrational match to what you seek. As above, so below. Your inner state attracts the reality that mirrors it. When you align yourself with the frequency of love, abundance, or peace, the universe mirrors those qualities back to you in every aspect of your life. The power of intention. Intentions are the seeds of reality planted in the fertile soil of the subconscious mind. When you set a clear intention, you align yourself with the universe's flow. Your energy vibrates in harmony with your desires, drawing them toward you. The universe responds to intention with perfect precision, reflecting the energy you emit. As above, so below. The intention you set above manifests in the world below. The mirror of relationships. Every relationship is a mirror reflecting your internal state. The people around you are simply reflections of the energy you project into the world. If you radiate love, love will return to you in many forms. If you project fear, that fear will be mirrored in your relationships. You are not merely observing others, you are creating them through your beliefs and energy. The law of correspondence is alive in every interaction. The cosmic blueprint. The universe is a vast blueprint, and you are a living embodiment of that plan. Every thought and emotion you have is a thread woven into the cosmic fabric. When you align with your highest purpose and intentions, the universe reflects that alignment. Just as the stars follow their celestial paths, you too follow a divine blueprint. When you align your inner world with the universe's order, the reflection is pure and true. The inner alchemy. Just as alchemists turned lead into gold, you have the power to transmute negative thoughts and emotions into positive, life-affirming energy. Every challenge, every fear, every doubt is an opportunity for transformation. Through inner alchemy, you can change your inner state and in turn, change your outer world. The law of correspondence tells us that what we refine within is what is reflected outside. Mastering the reflection. To master the reflection, you must take full responsibility for your inner state. The world outside will reflect whatever you hold within. If you are at peace, your world will mirror that peace. If you are in chaos, chaos will reflect back to you. You are not a passive observer. You are the creator of your life. Master your inner world, and you master your outer world. The infinite reflection. The law of correspondence is infinite. As you evolve, your reflections will evolve with you. Every moment is an opportunity to realign with your highest vision. The universe is a constant mirror, showing you who you are and who you are becoming. As you rise, the world rises with you. The reflection is never static. It is always a dynamic expression of your growth. The universe will always mirror the changes you make within. Ultimately, as above, so below is not just an ancient phrase, it's a roadmap for life. It holds the keys to understanding how you shape your world from the inside out. The universe is not separate from you. It is a reflection of your internal state. Every thought, emotion, and action is a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. When you truly understand that the universe is your mirror, you stop waiting for change to come from the outside. You become the change itself, shaping the world to reflect your highest vision. No longer do you wait for circumstances to shift. Your inner world begins to shift them. The power has always been within you, hidden in the spaces between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You are the creator of your reality, and you hold the paintbrush that creates the masterpiece. By aligning your inner state with your desires, the universe has no choice but to mirror them back to you. So the question is not whether you can change your life, it's what reflection will you create starting today? The mirror is always there, waiting. The universe will reflect whatever you decide to project. Choose wisely and create the life you were meant to live. If this truth resonates with you and you're ready to start creating the life you desire, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and activate the notification bell so you never miss a moment of this journey. Share this video with someone who's ready to awaken to their true power, and stay tuned for the next chapter where we'll dive even deeper into unlocking the mysteries of the universe. The reflection you seek is just a click away. Let's continue this journey together.